안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 여러분의 한국어 친구 나탈리아입니다. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I'm trying really hard not to go like this. A few weeks ago, I told you guys what my goals were for 2017, and I kind of just wanted to share some progress updates just to show, and as a not document, but like, what are those called? I don't know. I want to document my progress for myself on YouTube, I guess. When I got back from Germany, which is the beginning of the second week of January, so it's been 3 weeks since I got back from Germany. Getting off that plane, getting back to the US, I had a really strong desire to study Korean again, like really intensely. And I've been thinking about this on like why I felt like that. And I think it's because in Germany, it made me miss Korea. And I talked to my friend Laura about this when I was there with her. I think it's because just being in Germany, it was like a new country, like new culture. I was confused on what was going on. Just kind of had to watch everybody. And like obviously I had Laura, so I wasn't like alone or anything. But I think it just reminded me of when I first got to Korea and how I was confused about everything and how I had to figure everything out. Like again, I had my friend Laura, a German, in Germany. I was not necessarily by myself, but like the people I was with in Korea at the beginning didn't know what was going on either. So I think it just like made me feel like how I first felt when I was in Korea, so it made me really miss Korea. But yeah, so when I got back to the US, I had this really strong desire to just study Korean. So literally my parents picked me up at the airport on Sunday, I think. Sunday? It doesn't even matter. They picked me up one day, like at the middle of the day, and then by the next day I was at Starbucks studying Korean with my lovely beautiful Ewha books. Yes, I got these on Amazon because I know someone's gonna ask. Amazon. Okay, also, so I was studying really hard, and I don't know, I just had this strong desire to like improve my Korean, and I started thinking about taking the TOPIK exam, so the test of proficiency in Korean. So if you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, you know that I am taking the TOPIK. My friends and I, we dropped off our applications yesterday. And I'm so excited. Okay, I'm really excited to take this test, and it's kind of funny to say I'm excited to take a test, but I'm really excited to take this test. And it's in April, so I have 2.5 months left until the test, but I've been studying really hard just to prepare for this test, because right now I honestly feel that I'm level 3, which is lower intermediate. I'd really like to be upper intermediate, just because when I first got to Korea, they placed me in the level 3 classes. So I feel like it's been 2 years since then. I should be level 4, but I'm not. But yeah, so I am taking the TOPIK as an ability assessment kind of thing, just for myself and for my resume, because my university told me I should take this test, but mainly it's for me. And just like if you guys don't know, the TOPIK is used for basically opportunities in Korea that require you to speak Korean. So if you're wanting to get like a job outside of teaching English, you're more than likely going to need a TOPIK score. And if you're wanting to be an international student, like you want to take classes in Korean at university in Korea, you're gonna need a TOPIK score. But yeah, so again, I'm just taking it for myself and my resume, but mostly myself. So yeah, I've been putting in a lot of hours, so I hope this video doesn't get too long, and I feel like it's gonna be a little disorganized because this is the first time I give you guys so much information about how I'm studying at once, so bear with me. So using my ATracker, screenshot right here. Okay, so I will make a video, side note, I will make a video on how I set up my ATracker, because so many of you guys asked me like on Instagram and in the comments, and it's kind of hard for me to explain in words. Yeah, anyway, I'll make a video for that, so don't worry. But the main thing I've been doing is studying with my Ewha books. Like I said, these beautiful books. I put in about 20 hours with these beautiful books, this one, and then of course the workbook that accompanies it. So these books have I can't speak. They teach you grammar and lots of vocabulary, like at least 100 words per chapter, and it's really good because there are a lot of words I don't know. So yeah, they teach me a lot of vocabulary. And then they have reading sections, writing sections, and listening sections. So it's like an all-in-one. Because they don't say they're geared for the TOPIK, but they kind of are. So they have all those sections in there, which is great because I need all of those sections. So I've just been trying to do, well, not trying to, I've been doing every single activity in these books and in the workbooks, like all the writing activities, all the listening activities, everything. I need to do everything. I'm gonna get the most out of these textbooks as I can. So I'll make a specific video on how I study with these books later on for you guys, because I know some of you are gonna ask me, but I'll do that for you guys. And then the next biggest thing I've been doing is studying vocabulary with Memrise. So I put in about 19 hours of vocabulary study in the past 3 weeks with Memrise. Oh, I didn't even say. In the past 3 weeks, I've studied Korean for 50 hours. Hey, 50 hours. That's kind of funny because I said in 2017 I only studied 64 hours and I'm already at 50 and it's January. Anyway, yeah, so big total is 50. Now I'm breaking it down. See, I told you guys this was gonna be so unorganized. Anyway, so Memrise is 19 hours. So if you don't know what Memrise is an app and a website where you can learn vocabulary in foreign languages and other stuff. But I've only used it for foreign languages, so I can't speak for the other stuff. But that's also how I keep my, that's also how I have an idea or an estimate of how big my Korean vocabulary is, because a lot of you guys asked me that as well. So I know it's an estimate. I do learn words outside of Memrise, and then I don't transfer them into Memrise because it's a little work. So it is an estimate, but that's the estimate I choose to go by since it's the main way I learn vocabulary. So I've been working through the course for my Ewha books that accompanies it. And then I've also been going through the Ewha 2-1 course, which is the textbook that comes before this blue one. It's the lower level textbook, because I found out that there are a lot of words from that book that are in this book that I didn't know. So thank you, Whitney, for telling me that. I had no idea. I thought I just didn't know these words. Well, obviously, either way, I didn't know them, but I didn't know they were from the level 2 book. So thank you for telling me. So now I'm working through both of those courses right now. Trying to learn 30 vocabulary words a day, which I know is a lot, but I've been doing pretty good. So this month so far, I have learned 523 words. Yes. So if you average that out, that's about 25 words a day, which I know that's not my goal of 30 words a day, but I'm not that upset about it because I know I had some busy days already, and on those days I only reviewed instead of learning new words. So I'm not that upset because reviewing is just as important as learning words, right? Right. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. Anyway, so main thing, Ewha, then Memrise, which is vocabulary, all vocabulary. And then the next biggest chunk of my study time has been watching Korean dramas. And I know that sounds really weird. You guys are gonna be like, that's not studying. And I'm like, look, it is though, it is studying. Because for me, I don't watch Korean dramas. I feel like it's even weirder than me saying that I study with Korean dramas, but it's true. So I only watch TV when I'm really, really stressed out. So that's midterms and finals. That's the only time I watch TV. So when I'm really stressed out, I want to see things in English. I only want to see TV shows in English. I think it's just because I'm already brain dead and I don't want to put in actually extra work to read things. And I want to be able to like understand if I walk away from the TV to the fridge, you know, snack time. So I want to be able to understand. So I don't really watch Korean dramas when I'm stressed out. And that's when I'm stressed out is the only time I watch TV. So yeah, I don't watch Korean dramas, but I really want to practice my listening more. So I thought a good chill way to do that when I'm really tired of doing like all this textbook work, I would watch Korean dramas. So I went and looked up that drama you guys told me to watch, the strong woman, BongSoon. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'll learn it. But you guys told me to watch that a while back. So I've started watching it on Netflix, and I was going to go and turn off the English subtitles because, you know, when you're reading it, you stop listening kind of. Okay, I do. I kind of stop listening sometimes. So I went to go turn off the English and I saw that they had Korean subtitles and I was so excited. Okay, I've never seen a Netflix show with Korean subtitles on it. See, This is how much I don't watch Korean dramas. I had no idea. But I saw that, so I turned on the Korean subtitles and I watched a few. I'm only on episode 3. I'm not gonna lie. But I've been doing that just to practice my listening, and I didn't know this was a crime show. You guys should have told me. I didn't know it was a crime show. So I know a lot of the vocabulary and it's kind of difficult. So I picked out 20 words from the first episode that I wanted to learn. And they're either like words that I didn't know. Like if there was a sentence and I knew all the words except one, I wrote down that word. And then if there was a giant sentence that I didn't understand anything, I wrote down those words, especially if it took place in like the police office, just because I like crime shows, so I know I'm gonna see those words again at some point. So if you want to see the Memrise, or you want to like learn with that list as well, I'll put a link for that in my Learn Korean with K-Dramas, what's it called? Memrise list. I'm forgetting. So I have a Memrise list for that. It hasn't been updated like since the summer, because that's the last time I watched a drama was in the summer. But yeah, I went ahead and added those 20 words from the first episode into that like Memrise list. So if you want to go learn with those 20 words, you can definitely do that. But yeah, so I know I watched the first episode like 3 times, and I watched the second episode maybe like 1.5 times. Yeah, and I'm only like halfway through the third episode. But yeah, and then the next thing I've been doing is studying with Korean dramas without any like okay, I do it with subtitles, not subtitles, with like Korean captions and then without captions. So the next thing I did was I watched a like web drama, I guess. So this one, it was called Miracle, and I totally recommend it. I think it was great. It has like I don't remember her name, but it's a female comedian. I love her work. She's just so funny. But yeah, she's in it and I love it. I don't know her name, but the content was a lot easier because it's meant for like high schoolers to watch. Like that's the audience it's geared for. So I was able to understand everything. Like, okay, not everything. There were definitely parts I didn't understand, but like I understood maybe like 85%, maybe. I'm trying to be really accurate, but I'm pretty sure it's about 85%, maybe a little higher. And I never turned on English captions. I watched the whole web drama, and I don't feel like I misunderstood anything. Like there was never a time I was like, wait, hold up, what? I mean, there were times when I had to rewind and listen to it again, or like read the captions again. But yeah, I was really proud of myself. I watched that whole web drama with no English, and I know exactly what happened. But yeah, so I did that too, just because I need something that was a little easier than like Himsen, the girl's name. But yeah, so I've been watching it, like the dramas with Korean subtitles and without Korean subtitles, just to practice my listening. I'll make a video on how I study with Korean dramas, because I've been liking it so far, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But I just need to figure out my system a little better. Like if I'm gonna watch it without any subtitles, like just listening and then add subtitles when I watch it again. I haven't figured that out yet. So once I figure that out, I'll make a video for you guys. But yeah. And then the rest of my studies has been like random things. So I'm not gonna mention them really, but I know one thing I did do that I do want to talk about is I took a practice like TOPIK-Listening section. So the listening section on the TOPIK is an hour long, and this is for intermediate advanced, the TOPIK 2 test. I don't know much about the TOPIK 1, but for the TOPIK 2, it's an hour long, and there's 50 questions. So it progressively gets harder, which I didn't know until I took the practice. So it started off being really easy and like 안녕하세요, 오늘 뭐 하세요? 뭐. And I remember thinking like, what is this? But yeah, it progressively gets harder. And so by the end, it was like for those people that are like super fluent, or like almost fluent, and I didn't know what they were saying. And honestly, I think there was like a hair. I'm sorry. There was a hair. Anyway, so I got just over half the questions right. So it told me that based on my listening score, it estimates that I'm a TOPIK score of 3, which I'm not surprised about, honestly. I'm pretty sure I'm a 3 right now. But since I believe based on my math that I'm only a few questions away from being a 4 for at least based on like the average listening score of someone who gets a 4. Again, this is me making assumptions because you have to add all 3 sections, the scores that you get in all 3 sections. The cumulative score will determine what level you are. So like if you do really well on one section and do poorly on another section, you can still get a pretty good score, as opposed to like getting okay scores in all 3 and getting like a score, you know what I mean? So I hope that made sense. I feel like it might not have, but I hope it did. So again, I'm sorry, I told you guys this might be a little long, but I think I'm a few questions away from being TOPIK score 4 based on my listening. So I think the main issue was my vocabulary isn't that big, because my vocabulary right now is only about 2,600. Yeah, because I learned a lot of words this month. But yeah, my vocabulary is relatively small. Like I know for a fact my vocabulary is not big enough to be TOPIK score 4. Like who can be high intermediate with only 2,600 words? That's not... Anyway, my plan is to grow my vocabulary a lot just so I can get better at that listening section, because the main issue was the vocabulary. It wasn't grammar, it was vocabulary. So I know if I want to ace that section, I need to grow my vocabulary for sure. And I need to learn how to read faster, because I found out that they don't give you enough time to actually read the question. You have to kind of have read the question before like the listening part starts and like all the answer choices, because you don't have time to read them right after it finishes. Like they don't give you that enough much time to like, do that. So I need to get faster at reading as well. So yeah, I haven't taken a practice for the writing or the reading sections yet. So we'll see. I know reading tends to be my strong point, so I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I still need to do it, but I'm not as worried about it. But yeah, okay. So I guess that's it. That's all I got. I'm sorry if this was long. I didn't know how to shoot this and make it like faster and organized. It's kind of like ranty, but yeah. Anyway, I'll give you guys more updates as I continue studying and the TOPIK test gets closer. But if you guys are taking the TOPIK, please let me know how you're studying below, or like what resources you're using and like what score you're going for, because I don't know that many people that are taking the TOPIK other than my friends, and they've never taken it either. So I'm just curious to see how other people are studying for it, especially if you're not using a TOPIK book. I mean, if you are using a TOPIK book, tell me that too, because I don't have any TOPIK books. But yeah, greatly appreciated. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Tell me bye, you guys. Bye-bye.